Good evening, my fellow entities, and welcome to the Lair of Filmaroo. Tonight we're going to be reviewing Jack Frost, a 1998 American Christmas dark fantasy drama film. It stars Michael Keaton, who plays the title character, a father and musician killed in a car accident, only to be brought back to life in the form of a snowman via a magical harmonica. Now, I feel sad here because I'm looking at the stats for this movie and it lost money. It had so many mixed to negative reviews. Apparently a lot of people didn't like it, and I'm surprised because personally, compared to the last video we did, the last movie we reviewed, Scrooge, it's a lot more subtle and a lot more fun to watch. I mean, it's a dark fantasy drama Christmas movie, but it's no comedy. And yet it's still funny. I mean, I loved Michael Keaton in this. I love him as Jack Frost. I love him as a father. He is amazing. I mean, I'm just gonna say, I will admit the acting is bad. There are some moments where the characters or the actors, whoever, phoned it in a bit with like there was this one scene, it's the snowboarding scene after Jack and his son are getting away from the bullies after the snowball fight, and they split up the sled that they were on, and Keaton scares the shit out of the bully that's been bullying Charlie, his son, and the kid rolls down the hill. He gets to the bottom, and it's just like, oh? Like, that's your reaction? Like, I'd be a lot more scared. I'd be a lot more surprised about a talking snowman. Like, get this kid some acting lessons. And I mean, he does kind of get better later on. He gets better during the makeup scene that he has with Charlie. They start becoming friends because the kid's name, Rory Bucker. I mean, Rory Buck. What the hell kind of a name is Bucker? Rory Buck befriends Charlie because when he finds out about his father turning into a snowman, he kind of realizes he's put Charlie through enough. Like, he's bullied him a lot. He kind of understands what he's going through because while Charlie had a father for a short time, for what time he had him for, Rory never had a father, and that's kind of part of the reason why he kind of bullied Charlie. Like, the kid, it says his father deserted his family while he was young, and so I guess he kind of resented Charlie for having such a great father, and so they finally come together later on in the story. He helps Charlie get his father up to the mountain, and just it's your bully to friend story, and it's kind of nice. Not to mention, we also have the iconic snowball fight in this, where we're watching Michael Keaton launch snowballs off like a machine gun. Like, wow, that is, I mean, if we saw Frosty doing that in the animated movie that came out I don't know if it came out years later or years before, but I would have liked that a bit more. Like, this is super Frosty. I mean, Michael Keaton really made this role for me. Really, really made it. I mean, we only get to see him as a living human for a short time. We kind of get the idea that he's a working father who can't really be there for his son as much because his career's starting to take off as a musician. He's about to go somewhere, and he's also trying to be a good father. He gives his son a harmonica that he got the first time that he went to a music store, or it's just one of the most well-made harmonicas that he's ever gotten that sounded just right. And it's kind of the tool in this so Charlie can get his father back. We have the little thing that they share where they both like hockey. Jack played hockey as a kid, and now his son does it, and he's cheering him on. He's trying to help him with his skills. He's trying to teach him his famous move, the J slice, I believe it was called, or the J shot. That's what it's called, the J shot. And it's sweet. It's nice watching Michael Keaton and Joseph Cross. Okay, we've got another Cross. Well, this is the actor named Cross, not the character named Cross, which we just dealt with. But no, it's sweet watching Michael Keaton and Joseph Cross working together, having fun, trying to be father and son. It's adorable, and I like it. I like how Charlie's thinking for his father, trying to feed him, after he comes to terms with his father being a snowman, and this is after his father saves him from those bullies who were throwing snowballs at him and coming after him. He also finally shows up for his son's big game, at the risk of his health. This is a really good father. If you think about it, at the beginning of the movie, he does kind of screw his family over going to that music audition, but also he's trying to do it for his family. But he goes to the music audition. He decides to drive through a snowstorm trying to get back to his family so they can have a great Christmas. And in doing so, he ends up dying. That is harsh. This guy's trying to be a good father, and he ends up dying for it. I feel bad. And again, the acting isn't always good in this. Some of the actors don't know what they're doing, but it's still becoming one of my favorite Christmas movies. And let me be honest, I don't like Christmas anymore. I kind of got tired of it at age 18. But this one kind of makes me want to go back to it because it's just a really good movie. The pacing, don't get me started on the pacing. The pacing is bad. It is only, let's see, it's only 101 minutes, but I guess it kind of works. I do kind of wish we got more of Charlie and Jack doing things. A big part of it was Jack trying to get his son's attention, trying to get him to believe that it's him, trying to... and it does focus a lot on the grief that Charlie and his mother have after Jack's death, but I just wish we got a bit more scenes with Charlie and Jack, and I wish the wife didn't find out about him until the very end of the story. Then we might have had a bit more of a family feel. This whole movie is just Jack and Charlie going around doing hockey, doing snowball fights, and it is a fun family film, but I really do wish Kelly Preston's character, her name is Gabby Frost, would have gotten a bit more time with her husband other than the Luke Skywalker Force Ghost scene at the end of Return of the Jedi. Like, that's pretty much what she gets. And don't get me wrong, I love the effects. I love the way Michael Keaton looks as a ghost near the end. I like the Luke Skywalker Force Ghost scene in this movie, where after Michael Keaton gives up his snowman body to go be at peace, to go rest, because the winter is ending. I really like that. I really like the heartwarming hug that they have. I like the idea that Jack finally made it to the cabin in Aspen on Christmas, despite it taking him a year to get there. This is a heartwarming film, and I really like it. And again, I'm not going to fault it for the bad acting. I am not going to fault it for the bad pacing. It's just a really good, feel-good Christmas movie. And it did not deserve the negative reviews that it got, despite its few flaws. And just, Michael Keaton is amazing. I mean, he plays one of my favorite Batman. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Kevin Conroy in the animated series, but I really love Michael Keaton as Batman. And he just does so many good movies. Michael Keaton, in my eyes, really can do no wrong. He does RoboCop. He does Toy Story 3. He was in the Dumbo remake that I kinda liked. I mean, the guy is a good actor, and he really made this film for me. He really did his best, and even if he might have phoned it in a bit, he knew what he was doing, and he knew how to make this good. He knew how to make this one of the best Christmas movies I've seen in years. So yeah, that's my take on Jack Frost. I definitely really like it. I'm definitely giving it a 9.8 out of 10. I'm gonna take like 0.2 points off for the pacing and the acting, but that just shows how good this movie is to me. I really like this movie, and I heavily recommend it to you if you haven't already seen it. I'm glad somebody recommended this to me on Facebook, and just go watch it. If you want a feel-good Christmas movie with a bit of dark humor, dark fantasy, definitely go watch this. Have a great night, guys, and welcome to the Christmas season.